It was a couple of videos ago when I said that the media kept saying 2022 was going to be the year for fantasy genre properties. Of course, everybody's been talking about Amazon's Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power. What we did and didn't get, the rumors about what they're going to do with representation and swaps, identity politics, and God knows what else. While obviously very important, the works of Tolkien, there are many other fantasy properties coming out that we should be thinking about. HBO hopes to leverage their Game of Thrones prequel to the same stratospheric viewership and interest as the original Game of Thrones. We don't have a release date on that prequel, however, we do know everything seems to point to HBO holding off Game of Thrones until the second half of the year, which would exactly correspond with when Amazon drops The Rings of Power. In addition, Netflix is going to be dropping, yes, a prequel to The Witcher. That will be called The Witcher Blood Origins, which, based upon the publicity stills that we've gotten, I would say, is very, very, very loosely based upon the original source material written by Polish author Andrzej Sapkowski. Netflix is also dropping Neil Gaiman's The Sandman. It was about a year ago when all of us learned all of the pronouns for the characters from the original Neil Gaiman book. And of course, looks like a lot of characters were made to look very different than they were in the original story. Not to be outdone, Disney Plus is going to be redoing the 1988 film by Ron Howard, Willow. Of course, in that version, Val Kilmer and Warwick Davis starred in what was originally a George Lucas idea. Interestingly enough, Warwick Davis will be back for this series as well. Also interesting, AMC is going to be doing their own version of Interview with a Vampire. Of course, that will be based upon the Anne Rice novels that were so popular in the 1980s. Of course, Amazon will also be returning with their air quotes adaptation of the second season of A Wheel of Time. And depending upon how you look at it, we can also lump in Stranger Things. The fourth season of that show on Netflix will also be released this year. I've said it before in videos, there was a time in my life when if I saw this many fantasy and science fiction related properties being released by Hollywood, I would walk around with a perma-grin 24 hours a day. However, what we've seen from marketing from a lot of these shows, as well as what we've already seen from Amazon's Wheel of Time, as well as the rumors, and I do think they're more than rumors, for Amazon's Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power series, I'd say there is a great deal of cause for concern with the majority of these properties. What do you think? Are you excited for a fourth season of Stranger Things? Do you care that they're remaking the Anne Rice vampire books on AMC? How do you feel about what my opinion is some tragically woke marketing approaches for Neil Gaiman's The Sandman? Most of all, what do you think about this Game of Thrones prequel? Tell me in the comments below. As ever, this is Salty Texas C. I am Corey DB. I hope you have an awesome week.